Second part of the level 8, page 28, secondary dominant. So we were talking about this is a 6-5. So you want to put a 6-5 to the front. So for example, at this page, you will see 5, and this is a figure base of 2. All the figure base go to the 5. And all the Roman numerals, the second Roman numerals is all empty, don't have a figure base. Okay, so the figure base could be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 4, 2 if you have 4 notes, or 5, 3, 6, 3, and 6, 4 if you have 3 notes. And all those is just a random number. Okay, so I already show. This is a second example. Okay, so in your paper, your root is A over here. Okay, so 5, 7, because it's root position of, we're going to figure out this is a question mark here. By suffering from this F major, count 5 from to C, we know that from the previous example already. Then to the A is your root. From C to A is C, D, E, F, G, A. So 6. So the final answer here is 5, 7 of 6. So 5, 7 of a tiny little 6. Okay, so now we're going to go back to explain the number 1 here. Must have 1 or more notes that does not belong to the key. Okay, so what does that mean? This one will be the perfect example. Your F major scales is F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F with this B flat, right? So this is your F major scale. So this is all the notes in the scales, in the key, okay? But if you notice, over here you have a B natural. You also have this C sharp. C sharp is not in the scales. B natural is not in the scale because you're supposed to have a B flat. So when you have this B natural that not belong to the scales, or if you have the C sharp that does not belong to the scales, then you know that this chord is a secondary dominant. Okay, now we're going to go to the lower part, write the Roman numerals with the figure base. Okay, so this is going to be the example of your Roman numerals, for example 3, and this is going to be your figure base 6, 3 at the side. So figure base is actually the inversion. Okay, all right, so first you need to indicate this one is in G major. So this is your chord 1. Okay, so write G major here. I'm using pencil. Okay, so all this is easy. Chord 1, 5, 3, you want to write your 5, 3 root position. Okay, so once you get to something, you see this is a D sharp. We know that G major don't have D sharp. Then you know this is a secondary dominant. Okay, so secondary dominant, you want to leave more space. So first I write 5 off. Then I find the root. So you have F, B, D sharp, A. So you can do B, D, F, A. So your root is B. Okay, then you start from this G major, right? We're going to go to this same page again. Now you are in the G major. You know that eventually you want to go to your root. Your root is B. We're talking about this example right here. We know that your root is B because you have B, D sharp, F sharp, then A. So B is your root. Okay, then you go out 5. This question mark and then question mark. Okay, so G up 5. G, A, B, C, D. Letter D. From D to B. D, E, F, G, A, B. So that is a 6. So the answer here is 5 of 6. Okay, then the inversion of this B, D, F, since F is your lowest note, so you add the second inversion. So 4, 3. That is your final answer. So we're going to write 5, 4, 3 of 6. Make sure you write very small because then you need to write another Roman numerals here. So it looks like this root is E. So from G to E is 6. Okay, so another thing that you want to know is that 5 of 6 the next chord must be 6. If you have 5 of 5, the next chord is 5. If you have 5 of 2, your next chord is 2. But if you go to your very first page, second page, I take it back, you notice I start from 2. I don't have such a thing as 5 of 1. So there's no such a thing as 5 of 1. You don't need to use 1 here, okay? Because 5 of 1 is just a 5. You are not going anywhere by counting 1, okay? So there's no such thing as 5 of 1. So when you do this, the lower part, then you can tell whenever you have this accidental, then you know this is a secondary dominant, okay? But let's say if one of your work, this one is still in the G major, sometimes you will see that your work is in minor key. So minor key, keep in mind, it is harmonic minor, which your 7th note has to raise. And this 7th note raise usually is in the accidentals format. When you are in the accidental format, means you are inside. When you are inside, so not necessarily means that as long as you have accidental, then that one is your secondary dominant. If you are in the minor key. So in this page, you are lucky you have both major, so you don't need to worry about that yet. Okay? Alright, good luck in this page.